Turkey Day approaches, movie fans, and this week's offers you can't refuse all feature stories involving Thanksgiving. It's not as common to find in film as other holidays, but it should be because there are a lot of cinematic things about it. Family drama and comedy, people heading home, revisiting the past, and of course, good food. First up, a guy is trying to get his girlfriend's kid home for Thanksgiving in Dutch. If you're not familiar with the work of actor Ed O'Neill, here's your chance. Picking him up from his private school, he finds the boy is, well, less than excited to be taking the trip. This movie's the best example, to my knowledge, of all the hard, painful hits kids can land. You have to take ego out of the equation, and that's something Dutch is learning, but boy, does it hurt. This is also a perfect movie for this holiday because it's about appreciating what you have and the people who would take a bullet for you. This is a BB gun, by the way. Dutch has the best line when he says, "You might be the toughest little whacker at the junior high, but in my world, you're about as worrisome as a cloudy day." Moving on to another example of a trip home going up in flames, and from the same writer as Dutch, John Hughes, it's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yes, this was on last year's Thanksgiving watch list, and guess what? It'll be on next year's too. John Candy and Steve Martin play strangers with polar personalities trying to get home for the holiday. Their misfortune is so overwhelming it's laughable, even to them. Watching it this year, my favorite line was right before this scene when they're heading the wrong direction down a one-way road. The driver yells at them, a driver yells at them, they're going the wrong way, and John Candy says, "Oh, he's drunk. How would he know where we're going?" And ending with a different tone, Hugh Jackman isn't afraid to get in everybody's face to find his daughter in Prisoners. In this, two little girls go missing when their families get together for Thanksgiving. This movie is incredibly realistic while also nightmarish, especially for parents. An incredible cast shows the different kinds of pressure everyone in this situation is under. The fathers, the mothers, the detective, and the main suspect. My favorite line uses the time of year to put it all in perspective. Jackman says, "I'm not having Christmas without my daughter." And here's where you can stream this week's choices. Dutch is on Max. You can find Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on Paramount Plus, Showtime, and it's free with ads on Pluto TV. Prisoners is streaming on Netflix. And that's this week's watch list. For more of my movie recommendations, hit up our spot on WCBI.com. I'll be back next week with 3 more. Until then, as always, leave the criticism, take the cannoli.